Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome to X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen, joined by the Lawrence County baseball team. We've got head coach Clint Wright, Justin Kimbrell, Brooks Durham, Alex Befford, and Cole Schultz. And if you can't tell, the lone underclassman of the group is the only one not wearing the same shirt as the rest of them right now, and that would be Brooks here. Just having some fun with them right now. But, guys, 21 games into the year. Clint, and for everybody else, how would you assess how things are going right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to come together at the right time. The schedule was kind of made the way it was. It was intentional. We wanted to get tested early, and we did. We got to go see some good teams and play some good competition, and I think we're starting to benefit from it now.
Yeah. I mean, we've been working pretty hard, and we won some good games, and it's going pretty good.
Yes, sir. Played some pretty tough teams. It's been a really good test for us.
Yeah, basically what they said. We got off to a rough start, but I mean, when you come into the season, you really don't expect to be firing at all cylinders, and we came in against some really big schools, but I think we're figuring it out as we go on right now.
Yeah, I think them first games we had definitely helped us develop and get us prepared for these games this week.
Yeah, it wasn't the best imaginable start you can think of, but it does build some character, helps you guys get better, especially when you're moving into this time of year in the district.
Right. I mean, because our district's tough. We come off of 2 games, Monday, Tuesday with Tullahoma, and that's a really good baseball team.
Yeah.
It's a team that I think we're just as good as they are. And that's your defending state champions. We're due. We're due to go win one of those games. And I think come tournament time, we're going to be in a good place.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, we are a really good team. I think we're going to make it to state this year. We've worked really hard.
You're right.
And, yeah.
It's the goal.
Yeah, it's the goal.
It's the goal, dude.
Yes, sir. We're finally starting to click on all cylinders. Teams coming together. It's fun to see all that hard work pay off from the off season to now.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what Brooks is saying, we worked hard in the off season. He pushed us to our max on purpose for this part of the season to really build character against these tough teams, and especially like Tullahoma being a top team in the state. And I think as the season keeps going on, we'll get another shot at them.
Yes, sir. I think what Coach is trying to do was preparing us for these tough spots, because we all expected we were going to be in some tough situations, and like he's told us, face adversity and stuff. And I think all that starts to come back, and it helps us in them big moments.
Let's talk about those 2 games against Tullahoma. Close games, and I know you guys felt like you were right there in the mix, especially in both games down the stretch. What kind of lessons do you take from those two games?
I mean, we did. It's just one of those games. I mean, when you play Tullahoma, you've almost got to be perfect.
Yeah.
And that's asking a lot. I mean, it's going to be one mistake one way or the other, or one 2-out hit, or one hit with runners in scoring position. Questionable call here or there.
Yeah.
That determine the outcome of those ball games, which is good baseball. I talked to Coach Morris this morning. I wish we could play that game 10 times a year, because our guys get so much more development out of a game like that versus, going and playing somebody that you beat up on, and it's development that you can't recreate playing a team like that.
Just
Yeah, like we didn't swing our best that game, and we had a couple errors too. We cleaned that up just a little bit. I think could have got it.
Tullahoma's a good team.
Yeah.
We gave them all they wanted. I'm excited to play them again.
Yeah, basically touching up on what they said. We came in Monday. We was tied to the fourth inning or fifth or something around there, and they struck first, and then we struck towards the end, and then they eventually pulled one out, and then they kept putting on runs in the last inning as courtesy runs or whatever. But that game last night, we drug them all the way down to the wire, and like Coach Wright said, a few plays here and there, bad calls here and there, they eventually out.
I've told our guys too. That, I mean, we talk about the bad calls, and like, it is easy, and I'm the world's worst about clinging on to something. The call last night at first base was tough. It was tough, and especially being in that spot. Well, we got to score.
Yep.
We got to score.
Yeah.
There's never been a baseball game won with 0 runs. It's a testament to Truett Kidd. He pitched his butt off last night, man, and we were clean, and that's a good baseball game that was played last night.
Yeah. Pitching wise, you mentioned Truett and had a good performance. Also Logan in game number 1, and Logan's been your ace, and that he's really proved it. And it looks like Truett's really coming on strong here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you really like to see it. I mean, and that we're young. The pitching staff's young. It's a group that's developing every day. Every time that they go out there, they're getting a little bit better, and they're getting a little more comfortable, and they're getting a little older. So that's what you want.
Brooks, you're the catcher of these guys for the most part. You and Hug kind of splitting that duty. What's it been like handling the pitching staff so far this year?
It's a lot of fun. Those guys, they want to go out and they want to compete, and they're really good at going out and competing. They're going to challenge you every pitch, and that's the goal. No easy runners, no easy bases, no easy hits. Those guys, they're dogs. They're going to go out, they're going to give everything they have.
You guys have really cleaned a lot of things up defensively, especially on the infield. I know, Cole, you've cleaned up a lot of things. What have you worked on in the off season, you and the rest of your teammates, to clean up some of those errors on the infield?
Yes, sir. I think defensively we're very solid because we focus a lot in practice on defense. Because, I mean, we're a decent hitting team, but we've got to be able to stop runs, and whether the team be really, really good or bad, we gotta be good defensively. And like bad calls, things like that happen, and things may not fall our way. But if you make the routine plays a lot, then the over routine plays will come into.
You guys kind of feel like now, once someone hits a ground ball, pretty much at this point, it's a guaranteed
I'd like
out.
to think it's a done deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a guy there that
Right.
How far he's come over the last 2 or 3 years defensively is incredible. I've said it to multiple people. I think he's the best third baseman in the district, possibly the region. If it's hit to third base, you'd like to think it's done.
Yeah.
And that goes without saying for the rest of our guys too. And it's like you said, we focus on it. We focus on it a lot. I mean, we'd like to think that we're going to win a couple of those 2-1, 3-1 ball games because we make every play, and it's a good feeling for our pitchers too, knowing that they can pound the zone, they can pitch to contact.
Yeah.
And if they can pitch to contact, they know that they've got guys behind them.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to go get it.
Alex, been locked in so far this year at the plate, kind of extending what you did at the end of last year, moved it into this year. What's been working for you so far?
Oh, just going up there with confidence and knowing my ability and just working all fields because, I mean, I know I'm going to get pitched differently than most of the guys, and even last year I'm going to get more off speed, so and pretty much nothing on the middle half inside of the plate. So in the offseason, I really worked on hitting opposite field off the tee and stuff like that to increase power opposite field because I know I'm not going to get that much from the inside of the plate, and that's really what's working because if they come inside, I can always pull it, but mainly just focus on hitting away.
Got a lot of young guys in the lineup, and Brooks is one of them. And Coach, you got so much talent on this team, but you have a lot of young talent as well. What's it like watching these guys kind of grow up in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, again, they're getting older every day, and it's a special group. It's a special group that's with us right now, and we're thankful to have them. And it's a situation where a lot of guys, these younger guys, probably didn't necessarily expect to be in the roles that they're in this year. But it's a really good thing when you've got sophomores like Jack Emerson and Brooks Durham that sort of feel like veterans a little bit,
right?
But then you've got to catch yourself, and they're sophomores.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be performing like seniors or acting like seniors, but they've done a really good job of helping bring those other guys along.
Yeah.
And our culture is good.
Yeah.
I feel like our team likes each other.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a big deal. There's some times where I'm like, I think, man, what are we doing? There's like, we were lifting today, and they're screaming and yelling in there, and I'm like, I poked my head in there, and I was like, what are you guys doing? And we were lifting.
Yeah.
But they had created some kind of game with the dead balls, and like it sounded like a party. But it's like that's who they are, and that environment's made it. I think it's made it a lot easier on those young guys because it's not a super intimidating climate.
Yeah.
They're able to come in and develop and just play.
Yeah. How important has been the leadership of your upperclassmen? I know Truett's not here tonight, but you got 4 guys plus Logan. I mean, they've been really big.
It's massive. It's really big. And again, it kind of goes back to that culture, that climate. I'm sure there's probably places where seniors and freshmen don't talk. Seniors and freshmen don't intermingle. They don't. I mean, I feel like with our guys, this group of seniors right here has been through the trenches.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They've been with me the entire time I've been here.
Yeah.
And to watch them, become the upperclassmen and start kind of dragging these guys along and saying, hey, this is how we do things. This is what we're doing. Come on, let's go. I think those guys have been massive for the freshmen's development.
Yeah. For the seniors here, guys, what's your leadership roles been like so far this year?
I think it's been pretty good. I try to pick up teammates as good as I can when they're feeling down. I mean, it's basically what I do. It's how I'm just a nice guy, I guess.
Yeah, we just try to. They're a really, really good underclassmen group. I mean, Brooks's group, they made it to state really far and had a really good 8th grade year and team. And then the freshman group is they won state last year, undefeated. So you don't have any confidence or lack of ability in the underclassmen group. You know what you're going to get out of them, and they're all going to work hard and stuff. So we're really there just to try to bring them up whenever they are down because, it's a big jump from middle school to high school, but I think they're handling it well.
Yes, sir. Ever since we were underclassmen, we always had good upperclassmen to look up to. And I think we kind of reflected on that this past year and how the underclassmen would like to be treated and all that stuff. And I think we did a good job of handling that.
Clint, you kind of mentioned it a little bit. 2 years ago, struggling year, but the guys learned. Last year, you take a massive step forward. You make it as far as you can in the region. What's that been like for you? What's it been like for everybody else who's been through that to go from where you guys were 2 years ago to where you are at this point right now?
I think it's been fun for me just to kind of sit back and watch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing special that I'm doing or anything like that. I mean, these guys work harder than anybody in the state. We talked about that. It's demanding. It's demanding. Maybe a little less demanding now than it was year one. Because I came in with my hair on fire, and thankful Coach Clayton pulled me aside one day and said, "Hey, you gotta chill out. You gotta chill out." But it was like that first year, you're so excited, you just want to get going, and these guys, they never blinked. They never blinked. I'm proud of how hard they work, and I mean, there's nothing that I've ever asked out of, especially that group of seniors, that they haven't come through and got it done. And it's been a lot of fun to watch.
For the rest of the seniors here, same question.
Yeah, man, if you would have told me I would be playing high school baseball 3 or 4 years ago, I'd probably say no. But, I mean, I tried, and I made it, and I'm here today, and I'm happy.
Yeah, basically what Justin said, it's a good environment, you know, and we're really just brothers and stuff like that. I mean, you really can't build any other relationships out of this, and we're really a good group, and we did struggle that sophomore year, and that just really pushed us. We're not having another season like this, and we really made a big jump our junior year, and we worked really hard. And we're going to try to make it even further this year as our goal.
Yes, sir. Going along with what Alex just said, sophomore year was really rough, and I think that's pretty obvious, and it was a growing year for us. But I think these last couple years we've kind of slowed down a little bit and focused on how we're not, that was so bad, we don't want that to happen again, and we're going to do what it takes for that not to happen. And, yes, sir.
All right, final question for you guys. I know you guys got to get to church. You've got some scouting to do.
I'm going to go to San Davis.
to do here. But you guys still got a couple big district series coming up, and you still got some big games. 3 weeks left here in the regular season after this one.
We just started.
I know. Where do you want to see this team once the district tournament rolls around? Cole, we'll start with you and work our way back this way.
Yes, sir. Whenever the district tournament gets here, that's where we want to be able to play our best baseball. And we've said that throughout this whole year. And I'm not saying we want to be playing bad right now.
Right.
But we want to be able to work kinks out and get things figured out for whenever we get there.
Yeah, touching on what Cole said, I mean, yeah, we want to be playing great right now, but we really need to be at our best and have everybody healthy and ready to go by the time tournament play starts, because that's when it really matters. And we can't really take these games right now as like practice games or whatever, but really that's kind of what they are. Except for the district games that gets our placement and stuff. But later in the week games, it's just preparing us for after the regular season.
It's been great so far with all those games. We're getting where we need to be at this point. We're catching steam. Everything's rolling good. We're going to be really excited to watch in a little bit.
All right, well, what he said about the district games, we want to be playing our best baseball then, because once we get past there, then that's when the real stuff starts. And, I mean, our goal is state all the way.
Clint?
Yeah, I mean, we play a tournament sport. It's a like Cole said, we don't want to play bad right now. We don't want to be making some of these mistakes, because you want to win every game you play. I don't care. I mean, I think our guys are competitors. I think that they just watching the way they interact with each other, I think they want to beat each other at tic-tac-toe. I mean, Like, we're competitors. We want to play. Whether it's a district game or a non-district game, and we want to win those baseball games. But there's obviously, I mean, it's hard not to look ahead. It's hard not to look ahead and understand the severity of what's coming. And we're going to be in a lot better position this year than we were last year going into the tournament. I mean, we didn't really know what to expect going into the tournament last year. We knew we were good, but we weren't good in district play early. Right now we're looking to try to shore up the 2 seed, and if we shore the 2 seed up, I really feel good about where we're at. You want to be playing your best baseball in May. You take the Tullahoma team from last year. Tullahoma caught fire. Caught fire right after the district tournament. Was able to get their way through the district tournament into a region. Started swinging the crap out of it for the first time all year. And you look up 3 weeks later, they're state champions. And we put lineups together. It's like a hobby. My desk at school is just there's lineups everywhere. I think I've almost got every possible combination of lineup drawn out. But one of them's going to explode. One of them's going to explode. And when it does, man, we're a hard team to pitch to 1 through 9. And it's going to be a lot of fun when it starts cooking.
Looking forward to it, guys. Good luck. Game tomorrow night at home against Lincoln County, right? Canceled. Okay.
Canceled. We will go to Summertown on Friday.
Okay.
And then we'll have senior night on Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. Well, there you go. Breaking news. We need a breaking news like graphic or something.
That's what we need.
Something like this happens. So no game Thursday. They will be at Summertown on Friday. Well, guys, thanks for coming by, and see you guys on Friday at Summertown.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, me and the guys will talk everything going down in the world of local sports here on X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen.
It's Flora Mid-South Realty, and we're back again to celebrate our community shining stars. It's time for this week's Player of the Week. Join us in giving a big hometown cheer to Elizabeth Hagan, number 18 from the Lawrence County High School Lady Cats softball team. Elizabeth has been absolutely crushing it on the field, leading with grit, determination, and team spirit. Way to go, Elizabeth. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Now, don't forget, athletes, if you've been named the Player of the Week, snap a quick selfie holding your award and send it using the info from your letter. That's how you get officially entered into our year-end Amazon gift card giveaway. Want more local love and fun updates like this? Catch us live every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. for the Flora Mid-South Realty Rockstars, rocking real estate news and all things local. We're proud to support our local athletes, schools, and community because you are the ones that make this place home. From all of us at Flora Mid-South Realty, congratulations, Elizabeth. And remember, for all your real estate needs, give us a call at 931-762-4247. At Flora Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local knowledge. With a small town feel and a personal touch, we're here to help you navigate the real estate process with ease. Whether buying, selling, or renting, you can trust us to guide you every step of the way. And don't forget to catch Flora Rockstars, our live podcast every Tuesday morning at 8. Flora Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Flora Mid-South Realty, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
For high school athletes, every game counts. You push your limits and you chase your dreams. But when injury strikes, you need more than just recovery. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, we're here to get you back in the game faster and stronger. From cutting-edge treatments to personalized and compassionate care, we're here for your every move. Our specialized team of experts encompass decades of experience in sports-related injuries. Dr. Paul Thomas, Melanie Durham, and Julie Marcus offer the most comprehensive care from diagnosis to recovery. With advanced treatments and tailored rehabilitation plans, will help you heal stronger and faster. Trust Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep you at your best because your future is worth it.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tenakee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tenakee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit Tenakee.com.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down. Or their 24/7 availability, you can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen. Got Hayden Brooks about to join us. Clint Brazier's with us. Dusty Kaiser will get here whenever he quits writing his MJ versus LeBron manifesto. Looking forward to the time he brings that up on your podcast. It's going to be, that might be a 2.5 hour podcast.
You know, we've tried to steer clear from it because I do not want to be like one of these normal podcasts that is just doing clickbait and wants people to get in the comment section and get in an argument. It's almost like political.
Right.
But it's coming.
Oh,
I mean, one of these days.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post, and I'm thinking it's
look, I just can't anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, you'd have thought he was dead the other day. Plays the next night. Plays the next game. Listen, for all our young kids at home, I get it. Sometimes you act hurt when you're not really hurt.
Right.
Either to cover up a missed shot or a bad play or something. But he acted like he was dead. Like you would have thought he was paralyzed. You can't do that.
And not a single person came to
No, his teammates don't even care anymore. Like there goes my rant. Rant section over. I don't
end the show on that.
That's it. Y'all have a good week.
Tune in next time.
Speaking of that, hockey had big breaking news this weekend. Alex Ovechkin breaks Wayne Gretzky's a record that, frankly, I remember back, when Sports Century was a thing and ESPN Classic and guys like us used to watch that all the time. They did a show on the most unbreakable records.
And that was one of them.
That was like number 2. They thought Gretzky's goal record was going to be number 2. And then
because they didn't think anybody played with the longevity to do it. It's kind of like, LeBron. I mean,
Yeah, but it's Ovechkin that does it, and he broke it in the same amount of games that it took Gretzky to get to that number. Ovechkin, which is insane. And hang on, I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So, and then I'm watching PK Subban, and I'm seeing all this stuff on PK Subban. He's having an argument about Ovechkin versus LeBron with Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, how in the world you guys just cannot? I know those two idiots don't know anything about hockey, but this is what everyone thought was an unbreakable record. Why are we bringing up comparisons to LeBron?
Yeah.
Well, most of it was PK's fault,
Yeah.
but the other two took the bait. Because, Shannon Sharp can't let anyone get louder than him. And it's, my gosh, it's like this is, they went from you watch highlights, have in-game analysis to, Lloyd and Harry from Dumb and Dumber just screaming over top of each
I
other.
miss my days where you could just watch Sports Center on a loop and get your all I needed to know was stats. That's all I needed to know. I didn't need to know what their mother's ex-wife was thinking they might do the next week.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's just soap opera now.
Well, I remember, a guy would get interviewed, like Jordan would get interviewed, just said Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls guard. Now LeBron James gets interviewed. LeBron James, Shannon Sharp's all-time greatest athlete. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. All-time leading scorer and Shannon Sharp's and Nick Wright's
all-time greatest.
By the way, who has the same representation between Nick?
Yeah.
LeBron Wright. LeBron and Nick have the same representation, which is why Nick Wright spews everything.
Hey, fix the microphone.
Yeah, there he's about his way.
Is he close?
Yeah, he's coming in right now.
There you go. Here we go.
Here he comes.
He's trying to get in.
Let's try to.
Now here in a minute you'll hear, God, this damn door.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even know we're live right now.
Yeah.
It's the third time.
Folks, if you can't tell what's going on, Dusty's trying to punch the code in and it's not working.
It's not working for him.
Fourth time.
Live play-by-play of Dusty Kaiser trying to get into a door. Hey!
I don't think he got it.
Did he not get it? No, he got in. He got in.
He got it.
Hey! Live. Oh, look at him.
What in the world?
We're live, by the way.
We'll
be right back.
I like the shirt.
What we got?
That's yours.
That's mine.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Look at this. See,
sorry, Hayden.
We can fix
I know what you like.
Well, we've gone.
We went rogue here all of a sudden. We need to bring this back down a little bit.
we said you were right. We came out saying you were writing your MJ versus LeBron manifesto, and then he went on some rant about LeBron flopping and nobody coming to get him.
That was awful.
His teammates don't even care anymore. I mean, they literally have the look on their face like, this again.
Really? I mean, it was almost like, are you kidding me?
Here we go again. And he was
5 on 4 down. It's 5 on 4. We're at a disadvantage.
He acted like he get hit. He actually ran in and pushed. I just can't anymore.
Listen, when the refs didn't even check up, I mean, listen, it's just too much.
I can't no more.
Well, we were going to talk about local sports, but we're in this alley right now. How about your boy Joker's getting his first coach fired? How proud of you are?
He'll be on the Lakers for a long time.
I literally saw something on Instagram saying how long will it take until it becomes a Laker?
Yeah. That guy they won a championship 2 years ago, hey? 23?
Yeah, 23, yeah.
And there wasn't a 5th seed, 6th seed?
5th seed.
They're in the playoffs. Could make a run. I got arguably the best player.
There's only 2 games left in the regular season, I think.
2 games left, and listen, there's only a game and a half splitting, the first 5 or 6?
My only thing, though,
4 through 7, I think. Yeah.
But if you let Joker did want the coach fired and got that done, he's not doing it to leave, right?
Well, see, what I've read, it wasn't him.
Oh,
was it? Were you reading the same? Was it Westbrook?
Well, it was about Westbrook.
It was about Westbrook.
Makes sense.
The GM, ownership, the uppers, they've got a young kid on the bench, and I can't think of his name.
Christian Braun?
Yeah.
Yes. He don't get much playing time, but when he does, he's been looking really good. Well, the uppers have been pushing him, and Malone
has
went with Westbrook.
Yeah. Went with experience.
Yeah. So that's what I read. Yeah. But, hey, listen, it wouldn't surprise me if Joker's not in Los Angeles. You trade All-Star and Austin Reeves now. Where he's proven that he's their third.
Mm-hmm.
Could be somebody's number 2.
Absolutely.
So you take Austin Reeves.
Probably throw Connect in there because they've already tried to deal with him.
Connect's going to go, and then you throw in a couple draft picks. With the money, the way they do things now, Joker could be in Los Angeles next year.
Yeah.
Throw Bronny James in there, too.
Why not?
Nah, that won't happen.
But it's just, it's just stupid. I don't even understand.
This late into the season, that's what it is.
2 games left, and you got a potential championship team.
Yeah.
Right.
I would love it if they did win it.
Oh, that would be amazing now if they did.
Yeah. Assistant coach taking them all the way. It's just
listen. I'll be honest with you though. I'm at the point now where I just hope LeBron gets beat in the first round, or doesn't matter.
Right now, it's looking like Golden State. If things
dude,
hold
I
up
would
the way
love Steph just to light.
him and
Golden
Jimmy
State
go in there and just light that group up.
Oh, listen,
they're on fire.
They are. Well, they've only lost 5 games since Jimmy's been with them, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can put a lot of confidence in Jimmy, but Steph.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people saying he looks like he's kind of slowing down. Maybe he is. My God, he runs the whole time he's on the court.
Well, listen, I after watching them put it to LeBron, beat the Lakers, I've watched the last few games they've played, and they had a rough night the other night. But to me, you get rid of Draymond and you find you a dominant post, Golden State's the best team in the league next year. With Jimmy Butler there now.
Absolutely.
Steph ain't stepped back.
No.
He just gets all the attention with Clay not there.
Right.
And
so if he don't put up 45, Steph.
Yeah. If he don't hit 10 threes in a game.
Of course, it's not just Jimmy either. You got to look at the other guys like Prozimski, that guy from, I think he was.
Oh, they got some great role players.
Yeah, they got some great role
they got
players.
some really good
But they need a dominant post.
Yeah, they do. Oh, they for sure.
But we're doing all this talking, and no one is talking about OKC, and no one's talking about Houston.
And just like Charles Barkley said, hey, you dummies, why don't y'all talk about the 2 best teams in the league right now?
But here's what I say, though. Yeah. I don't have any confidence in OKC till they do.
I don't either.
Really?
Right, they got to prove it.
Yeah,
they have to prove it.
Houston as well.
Yeah, you got to prove it. And I hate to talk about them, but Boston's going to be there again, and they won it last year. Boston is like a NBA college team that just shoots a bunch of threes.
Yeah.
Kind of like Alabama. If the threes are falling, they're hard to beat. But if the 3 ain't falling, Boston can get.
But I think, like you said, I think Boston gets there because the East,
Cleveland?
the East is pretty much the least now.
Yeah.
Thing to bring up about Boston is they're better away from home than they are at home. They're in 40 games on the road, they're 33-7. In 39 games at home, they're 29-13. They have the best away record of anyone in basketball right now.
What'd you say, 33-7?
33-7.
That's pretty amazing road record right there.
Yeah, the best team outside of them is OKC at 29-8.
I mean, they just beat New York in overtime at Madison Square Garden, and Jaylen Brown was kind of dealing with injury and only had 5 points, and they still won that game. So, just tells you a lot how much that team.
Yeah, like you guys said, I mean,
I'm not putting anything in Milwaukee.
Yeah, East is too top heavy right now.
Milwaukee, I don't see. I don't even see New York there. I think it's just going to be Cleveland and Boston.
That's what I think will be the
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I just don't see anybody else putting up a fight.
When you look at potential playoff matchups outside of this, we got to wait till all the play-in games happen. But looks like 3-6 in the East, Detroit, New York. I mean, if Detroit makes that into a 1970s Philadelphia Flyers hockey game,
they might have a chance to win.
Might have a chance to win. Pacers Bucks is the 4-5, which I think most of us have more faith in Indiana than what we do in Milwaukee right now.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we're pretty much the rest of it just feels like fodder just to get to the Eastern Conference Finals between Cleveland and Boston.
It's kind of like just fast forward. Let's let them play at 2 games or something.
Yeah. Now, but you
go back to the old school where it's 5 games.
Yeah.
You look at the West.
Yeah.
Lakers, Golden State looks like 3-6, and 4-5 is Clippers, Denver.
Listen, I would feel sorry for the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if this whole deal with Malone was really the uppers.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the players. I mean, them old boys are going to come out.
Yeah.
You would think they were going to be coming out on fire, and they may come out and be like, we're good. We're not playing.
Get rid of our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll show you.
And that could happen, but I would feel sorry for the Clippers.
Of course, you never know about Kawhi either. I mean, he's always hurt when it comes to postseason, too. So.
That dude, he may be, he's not as bad as Davis.
Now, we ain't calling him street clothes yet.
No.
He can't be as bad as Ben Simmons either.
Who's that?
Yeah, who's that guy?
Yeah. Is he still in the league? I don't even know.
Have you guys saw the thing going around? It's got the doppelgangers. It had Kobe and MJ's face, mirrored. Yeah. And then it had Hakeem and Shaq's, and then it had Isaiah Thomas and or maybe Steph and Magic, and then it had Ben Simmons and LeBron.
For some reason, ever since Ovechkin broke the record, and for some reason that sparked a Kobe versus LeBron debate. A hockey guy breaks an unbreakable record, and it turns into an NBA debate between
because it's about LeBron.
Yeah.
I think those people just want him in.
It's clicks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how maybe if we talked about LeBron all the time, we'd have better ratings. I don't know, but I mean, it's what it seems like. Every time you turn on a sports channel or something gets brought up about him.
Well, listen, it's got to where you click one channel, it's the GOAT debate. You click the next one, are the tariffs working? It's like, God dang, I'm so sick of LeBron and tariffs.
Yeah. That's all we've heard about.
Yeah. We ain't even going there. We'll be here all night.
We ain't got enough time.
No. But so the next big debate that I'm hearing, and it's happening over in Nashville right now, who's going to go number 1? Here, is it next week? Is the draft next week?
24th through
29th.
So it's
after
WrestleMania.
It is.
Yeah.
All roads are pointing towards Cam Ward right
Yeah.
now. Would Titan fans be happy with that?
That's what they want. I mean, they canceled their workout with Shadur.
Good for them.
I will not be happy. I told you guys what to do with that number 1 pick.
Trade it.
You got
Trade it and build up.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some suitable trades. It looks like from what I've seen, Oakland is looking to trade up to number 1 and try to get Cam because they're not sure if Shador's going to be there at number 6 when they try to get him because they think Shador's will go
Cleveland
3. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Cleveland, I've heard Cleveland too.
What would they trade us for?
New York.
New York. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what would they trade to the Titans?
I don't know.
Probably more draft picks and
Also, that means we'll get a quarterback like in the
Well, I don't want us to draft a quarterback. I want us to get one out of free agency.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, but if they do it, if they don't trade like that, if they don't find somebody to trade with, and they do something stupid like that just to give away that first pick like that and just gain more picks, then we're going to have to draft a quarterback.
Where did Darnold go?
Well, to me, I say if you can get their first and second and third round picks and get linemen, get wide receivers, go get them.
Right.
And don't worry about a quarterback. I mean,
Seattle. That's right. That's right. We were trying to figure out where Sam Darnold got.
Or go find you 2 stud running backs and teach what tell Will Levis just hand it off.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna run like a double wishbone or something.
We're gonna go military offense.
That's right. Army Navy game.
Yeah.
4.5 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's it.
Yeah.
If it's second and long. Sorry,
we might get beat every game, but we're not going to get blown out.
Yeah,
because they're not going to have the ball.
And you'll have the least amount of turnovers. You'll have the least amount of turnovers in the league.
Yeah, you're going to have a perfect quarterback rating.
That's right, and you'll lead the team in punts and net punting average.
Yes,
lead the league in that.
I know they want to make a splash, but listen, we talked about it all year last year. Who do you like? Is there a quarterback you feel comfortable with? I don't.
No, not in the draft.
The time, I don't think they want to make a splash to win. I think they want to make a splash to help pay for that new stadium.
Yeah, because I've also heard they're going to rebrand too. They're going to stay the Titans, but then again, changing the colors and all that stuff too.
You take him, and then you trade him to somebody for that way. You're not settled with that contract. And then you trade back, maybe get a Jackson Dart, who most people think is the third best quarterback. Maybe he falls into your hands in the second round. I doubt it, but it still could happen.
I might get it. I still like especially if you talk about paying for that stadium. I like trying to get us a seasoned, decent quarterback in free agency. I mean, there's several out there that we could trust to lead the offense. And like you said, let's draft some linemen. I mean,
look, it's got to be a whole team rebuild. It's not.
Yes.
I mean, you draft a quarterback in, and let's say you play him over Levis, he may be dead by this time next year.
He may not have a line.
I mean, if you don't bulk up around him,
right? All right. Well, guys, let's go back into the sport of basketball. Man, we had one heck of a weekend and a Monday on the men's side. Women's wasn't much to talk about. UConn just beat everybody and beat them.
Was that not the worst national championship game?
The UConn or
the girls?
I mean, it was
very shocking.
I agree with you.
I wasn't shocked. UConn was hot.
Yeah.
They were kind of like Florida. They were the hot team coming in with all the momentum, but I didn't see that butt whipping that. The whole Final Four.
Yeah.
But that South Carolina game with them, that was just like Dawn Staley looked like she didn't know what.
She looked like she was having a breakdown.
Yeah. She didn't know what she was. Yeah. She didn't know what to do.
They played in the regular season out South Carolina. It was the same result. I think they lost by 29 points in the regular season.
So that was one of their 3 losses going into the tournament.
Yeah. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
Lady Vols.
Y'all got them,
Coach Kim Caldwell. She beat that butt.
Yeah.
Took care of business.
So, the result wasn't actually really that shocking because of how bad UConn beat South Carolina. But just the stage and just, Dawn Staley gets her teams there. We're at almost a 99% hit percentage for her once they get to a national championship game. But just like you guys said, she looked lost. She's like, well, shoot. I don't have the best players anymore. I actually have to coach. What am I going to do?
They cut to her, and she was saying F word after F word, and she looked like she was about to start crying sitting on the bench.
That last 5 minutes, she just sat down.
I was going to say, it might have been when I seen it.
Well, at that point, it's just no fashion butt whipping. There wasn't nothing you could do. You just try to get it over with.
Yeah.
They cut the Gino. Gino's just over there. I'm like, I'm about to send the Game of Thrones once again. This is my sport, y'all.
That's right.
He did bring up some good points. It is weird that they're doing 2 instead. The men have 4 regions, women have 2. Like the women used to have 4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. The women only have 2 1 seeds, and then it's 1 through.
Well, they have like
32,
2.
right?
They have 2 separate. They have 4 separate regions, but they only play the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 at 2 different locations instead of 4 different locations like the men do. They just one
Yeah,
was in
'cause
one was in Birmingham
That's
because
right.
I was having to deal with that traffic leaving Monster Jam 2 weeks ago.
Because the first 2 rounds are kind of like NAI where it's host sites. That's what
Right.
that is. Yep.
So he brought up a good point, and I tend to agree with him. Why is the women's game treated this way, and the men's game? I mean, especially since they had done what the men's game had done before.
And you would almost think, especially women, and this isn't. I mean, it's not as. I mean, you look at the WNBA. Women's is not going to sell out and be as packed unless it's to that Final Four and
Right.
stuff. There's going to be a lot of open seats. Why wouldn't you do a higher seed home,
Right.
and fill that
They
place
used
up?
to do that.
And all the way up,
Yeah.
to the at
To
least the late 8.
Yeah, they used to do that till the Final Four, and it
Yeah.
looked great. I kind of wish the NCAA tournament
Go back
on the
to
men's
that.
side
Yeah.
would do that. That would make the regular season and your conference tournament certainly mean a bit more. But going to the men's side, guys, before we go to the national championship game, we got to talk about that comeback, however you want to put it, with Duke and Houston there on Saturday night.
Houston didn't win that game. Duke lost that game. 11-1 run to close out the last minute and a half.
One field
Made
goal in
one
the last
field
10
goal
minutes.
in the last 10 minutes.
2 in the last 13 minutes.
I mean, Duke lost that game. I mean, they choked. They lost the game. Had a chance for missed front end of 1-1.
Right.
They would have won it for them. Couldn't make that. So, and credit Kelvin Sampson in Houston. I don't think they've got enough credit for the run they went on.
Right.
They're just ferocious. And when the kid for Houston got the technical, slapping the ball out of
I thought
bounds,
the game was over.
I said, well, that poor kid, somebody better keep him on suicide watch because he's just lost his game.
Yep.
He's just ended their season, and they came back and won. So I was very happy for that young man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, I don't know.
Going back to that Duke game. I would have thought, and listen, they're playing great defense, but I would have thought they would have tried to get Cooper Flagg in a little different situation than trying to hit a turnaround jumper.
Yeah.
I'm making him get to the rim.
That's what I thought. At least he's been getting there all night.
Yeah.
Or at least fouling.
I'm gonna make the referees put him on the line at worst.
Yeah, I thought because that's a tough shot, guys. I mean, and I sent y'all that link.
Right. Yeah.
We're talking about he's a kid.
Yeah.
Right. Legit.
He's a saint. What is he? He's
Supposed to be in high school. Yeah.
yeah. He
He's
just
18
turned
years old.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
He graduated high school when he was 17.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Early. But I thought that was, kind of a bad play.
Yeah. And it wasn't the bad shot though. He got in the lane and
Just come up short.
Just came
Tired.
shot it short.
Had to
Right,
shoot it
he was
over
tired.
somebody.
He's played a ton of minutes. I don't ever remember him coming off the
I
court
don't-
much in that game,
I don't
especially
think
in the second.
he didn't
half.
come off much. I don't know that he come
Unless
off.
it was a timeout or end of quarter and halftime. That's when he came off. the
Well, you
board.
also got to remember too, you got to have a player's mindset and think, we've just blown this big lead we've had. Now I've got to hit this shot to not lose.
Yeah, because he knew he was getting the ball.
Oh yeah, and that's tough on an 18-year-old.
And that's you hope that that doesn't linger with him for the rest of his career, i.e. the timeout by Chris Webber. You know how that just
Right.
haunted him.
I don't
the rest
I don't
of his
think
career.
this
I don't think that. Well, he just missed a shot.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't do
He
anything
didn't make
wrong.
a boneheaded
No.
play.
No. Yeah, right.
It's not like he turned it over, got a technical, threw
And
it
like
away.
you said, it wasn't like a terrible shot.
No,
I'm just
it was a good
saying, I
look.
would have thought that they would have just tried to get him to the rim.
Like more attacking
Yes.
instead of.
I mean, it was
back to the
basically feed
basketball.
it to him, let him work one-on-one. And I would at least run a couple of screens, let him come off of it, and try to attack.
Because
They
he
just-
really didn't have a whole lot of momentum, and they hit the paint, and he had to come up.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know. I can't remember what the time was looking like. It was like, what, 8 seconds
He
left
hit
when
the
they
rim-
shot it?
It was he hit the rim with about 5 because the guy caught it and got fouled. With
Got fouled, and
3
then he went
seconds,
down.
2
Yeah.
seconds.
He just wanted to get a shot off. So
I'll say this: I love Rick Barnes, but watching the class Bruce Pearl had after losing, and just he's a player's coach. I mean, his kids love him, and I did have Auburn picked to win it all, but credit Florida; they're the hottest team in the country, and they showed it.
Man, their size gave Houston all kinds of fits, especially when Houston was starting to melt. How does a team get 2 technical fouls in one half and still win?
Because they're that good.
They're that good. Exactly, they are. They're that
That's
good.
yeah. That's all you can say. Because listen, Houston give them all they wanted, and That kid didn't do hardly nothing in the first.
Clayton. Yeah.
Listen, that dude put that team on his shoulders and said, "Hey, we fix to go win this ball game."
Yeah, and he did.
And when he hit that first 3 falling out of bounds,
Yeah.
I said, "Yep, y'all
Here we go.
Here we go, boys." Listen, that dude's all over the court. He plays defense just as well as he plays offense.
Right.
But for him to be small, he's really explosive.
He was the one that made that decent defensive play at the end there that made him drop the ball. And
Yes, yes, he made that play.
Poor thing. I mean, he probably should just shot it instead of trying to do
and get
that.
it blocked out of bounds.
Get blocked at
instead,
something. But what do you do? I mean,
Well, here's the thing. Now we gotta wonder, all these kids, where they gonna be next year?
How many of them done hit the portal?
Tennessee got Maryland's best player.
I mean, you just play for a national championship. Yeah, I'm gonna go to another team. Now I'm mad.
Yeah. It's it's kind of been a controversy for West Virginia football. I've been reading where Rich Rodriguez, because of some new rules, he's having to cut guys. And he's having to limit his roster size. And you're seeing all this, well, it's been real West Virginia, we got to go. I don't think we as college football fans or just college sports fans in general really know what's about to happen. This is starting, it is, college baseball next year is going to go to the hard roster cuts. I think they, get 34 scholarship players. They get no red shirts. So what if some of these teams bring in 45 guys and saying they're going to give them a scholarship? Well, next thing you know, you got to cut 11. They're going to bring in a big freshman class, but hey, how many guys are we going to bring out of the portal? How many guys are, JUCO guys that we like? And next thing you know, you've got 60 guys and you can only keep
and you're just
34.
going, no, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Listen, I've been saying it all along. It's terrible. It's going to be terrible for college sports. There had to be another way to do this. I don't think this is, my opinion, it wasn't thought through at all.
No.
We were trying to keep college away from being so much like a pro.
And we made it worse. We made it worse than pro.
Yeah, it's worse than the pros.
You can just do whatever you.
I mean, at least the Joker's got to figure out a way to get out of Denver. He can't just say
he's got to honor a contract.
Yes, but you don't have to in college.
You can make more your senior year than you do as a rookie in the NFL now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carson Beck.
I mean, listen, I'm going to say this about one thing real quick. It wouldn't surprise me if Cooper Flagg ain't playing at Duke next year.
He does.
Well, he's going pro. He's the number one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's been talks of him going back.
They said his NIL money would be so big if he come back one more year that it's almost like he couldn't.
Like he goes to an SEC school or somewhere in the Big Ten or whatever the case may be.
Well, I hope Rick Barnes gets on the phone with him.
Yeah, it's like you just said about the pro game. Well, is this team going to be the same? Well, now you look at it. Well, we got to keep our salary cap at a certain point, or you got to worry about in baseball if we keep going over that number, how much more money we're going to get back to. But in college, it's just we got a roster spot.
Well, listen. I mean, Dusty probably hasn't gotten real excited over it in the last several years, but college signing day. Who cares about that anymore? I mean, you're going to get excited over getting this 5-star kid? You might have him for 3 weeks.
The February date came and gone. Do you guys did anyone sign live on ESPN like it used to be back in the day?
We never seen nothing big.
No,
nothing.
Never saw anything.
No, because priority number one is who can I steal and who can I go get from this team that's already ready to play.
And you as the 5-star, who's giving me the most money before I do anything?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, shoot, as a former TV news journalist, signing day was one of my busiest days. I'm going from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. that night, driving all around my region, going to all these different signings. It came and gone this year. The December signing day is bigger than the February signing day.
Hey, listen, folks, if you want to, tune in right here. Our very first episode, we discuss all these matters well.
We do. Tune in to Cutting Up.
Not affiliated with the X-Sports Network or Tennessee Valley Weather.
But still check it out. Yeah, still check it out. These guys are great. We enjoy listening to it. Just kind of touch a little bit on baseball a little bit. Last time we talked, guys, the Braves were winless, but hey, they've gotten 2 ever since then. So they're 2-8
on a roll, baby.
2-8 right now.
It's really hard to watch.
Certainly looked like
They
that.
can't
The
score.
80s Braves we was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a whole podcast.
I ain't kidding. The other night I was flipping. I got to Sports Center and I'm watching. They got talking about it, and it's when we got our first win, and I really chuckled and I was like, "Man, we just talked about this, and it was real bad."
Yeah.
And now it feels like it's real
All those
bad.
people that hate Bobby Cox, they'd be like, "Boy, I wish we had Bobby Cox back."
I guarantee you, you wished you had Bobby Cox
The
back.
Braves do have a good manager. I'm not knocking it.
His sticker's
But
great.
It's like, what they got off to the 0-7 start, then the Profar news comes out. And I didn't know this. He'll come back after a 60-game suspension, but do you know that if the Braves make the playoffs, he cannot play in the postseason?
No, you can't play in the postseason.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a rule.
That is
he'll be
insane.
traded.
He'll be
The
gone.
trade deadline comes. He's going to a team that's not going to be in the playoffs.
Colorado, you want someone to hit in the thin air?
Yeah, exactly.
You want someone to hit in the thin air? There you go. Well, I am happy my Cubs are 9-6, but guess who we got next? The Dodgers. So we're about to go to 500 here in the next coming days.
I wanted to bring something. Did y'all see about the Dodgers? Did y'all see what Mookie done the other night? Listen, it makes me want to buy a Dodgers hat because I like hats, and I want to kind of pull for them as my second team. They're playing the Reds. Dude gets his first career hit in the major league was a home run.
Yeah.
And a Reds fan caught it. Mookie's, of course, in right field.
Yeah.
He was left-handed. Mookie gets the ball from the fan,
to give to him.
throws it in.
Yeah.
When they go into bat, he comes out, and Mookie brings him his bat.
Yeah.
I was like, that right there, that's
Classy.
good stuff. Yep,
Yeah.
good stuff.
And there's a lot of those in baseball right now.
And
it's
you don't
a good
see that
part
a
of
lot,
it.
Let me
like
tell
on TV.
Yeah.
Baseball, I had kids that all played softball, so I just fell out of love with baseball because softball moves so much faster, and it was just hard to see.
And your kids were involved with it.
Baseball is still, to me, even though it's money driven, to me it's the most purest thing we've got right now.
Right. Yeah, they're not pulling LeBron and Russell Westbrook trying to get guys ejected all the time. I mean, there is a few
Get their coaches fired.
Yeah, there is a few idiots in the stands that do dumb things and they deserve to not be back.
But those are the dumb idiots.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the game. I'm talking about the organizations. I mean, it's you can find things to pick at, but you can't. I mean, I'd much rather watch Braves baseball than college baseball now because how do you even get familiar with a team?
Right.
You can.
Right.
I mean, I'm sitting here watching Tennessee try to play baseball, and I'm going, we won't have them next year. We won't have him next year. I wonder if our coach will be here next year.
Yeah, and those two teams played in the national championship game last year, and I did recognize a couple names, but I mean it was almost like two completely different rosters.
Two new teams, basically.
Well, I mean, wasn't some of the guys transferring like right after the game?
Yeah.
On both teams.
Well, for A&M lost their coach to Texas.
Yeah, the
and a
next
lot of
day.
those guys following him to Texas. So,
But you're right. Watching baseball on TV is, I mean, this is about as real as it gets.
Yeah.
or just go watch
Go-
the sounds,
go to-
go
yep.
watch the Trash Pandas. With guys like it's like there is none of that BS is there anymore because those guys are trying to get to the
Yeah, I
big
mean-
leagues now, and that's what makes baseball great. Is that part is still pure,
And,
that
you know-
part has been unchanged.
You know, for people who go down and watch the Trash Pandas, I know we may know a little bit about like the backside of it, but man, those guys are playing for less than $100 a game, maybe $100 a game. You know, a lot of them are just trying to get that phone call.
Yep. Trying to have a good series and somebody, the right person, see them.
Just the right person see them, or you know, just a chance.
Yeah. Well, you know, you were talking about I think it was the Dodgers, or no, it was can't remember who it is, but someone made their major league debut, and it was a day game, and his team, his AAA team was in Reno. His teammates stopped all their warm-ups before their game to watch this guy get his first big league hit, and their reactions to it were awesome.
It's so much a brotherhood out there.
It really is, and that's the minors are so much fun. That's why I love going. to all
I
those
love
games.
minor league baseball.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Well, guys, coming up next, we got some wrestling to talk about. A couple weeks away from WrestleMania. That's next here on C&B Exports
C&B
Live, brought
Linen.
to you by C&B Linen.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. offering a free initial consultation. Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square. For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
You remember that time we... This show's went off the rails. We might as well just
keep going. Might as well just keep going. Well, before I give out my trivia, anybody got any trivia?
I was trying to get one, but I can't find the rest of the answers.
Was we supposed to?
I had a
didn't read the
NASCAR
text.
one. I don't
That's my
know
fault.
if y'all watch much NASCAR.
We'll take some NASCAR.
All right, so this guy, he has 56 wins. He's a current driver now, also. 56 wins, is a part owner for a team. Y'all, that probably gave it away. Has won 3 Daytona 500s. Basically has won everything there is except the NASCAR championship. Who is it?
Junior? No.
Man, that was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've interviewed him a couple times.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Well, you say co-owner because I know he
2311
with Jordan.
Yeah, MJ.
So
Yep.
if it was LeBron, he'd just flop on his top and just blame it on
Yep.
Joey Logano.
Yeah.
So
Poor Joe.
here's some baseball ones. I got 2 baseball ones. The second one's going to be wild, but this one should be fun. Most home runs by a player who only played for one franchise.
Willie Mays?
Read it off again.
No, he played for 2.
Oh.
He played for the Giants and the Mets.
Oh,
His
yeah.
career ended in the Mets. Home runs by players who only played for one franchise.
Mickey Mantle.
He is second with 536 home runs.
Okay.
Number 12 is Cal Ripken Jr. with 431 with the Orioles. Number 11 is Jeff Bagwell with 449.
Bonds played for 2 teams. Pujols played for 2 teams. Frank Thomas.
No, he played for
No, he
2
played
teams.
for 2 teams.
That's right.
Blue Jays and White Sox.
Oakland A's.
That's right. I forgot his A's tenure. Most people in Oakland did too.
Cecil Fielder?
No, I don't think he
No, I don't
would be
think
up
he
there at the
hit over
top.
400.
He just had about 4 years where he was hitting them out of the stadium. Then you never really heard from him.
He had the distance of about
Yeah.
400 home runs, but he never hit over 400.
It's not Mantle.
Jim Tomey?
Ted Williams.
No, Tomey played for the White Sox.
Ted Williams didn't
Ted
have
Williams,
as many.
number 3, 521.
Hank Aaron?
No, he. Hang on.
Well, that would have been the
he
same
played
one.
for 2 different teams.
Milwaukee was still.
That's still Atlanta?
That's not on this.
Maybe.
Well, I'm guessing they're calling it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, it's got to be one of the top all-time home run leaders.
Yeah.
He's ahead of Mickey Mantle and Ted Williams. Babe Ruth. No, Babe Ruth played for. He got traded. Yeah, yeah, right.
He was on Boston. Yep.
Yeah. He got traded. Didn't he play for the Braves at the end of his career too?
I think he did.
Well, Hank ended with the Brewers, so that's why he's not on the list. I knew there was another one in there besides that.
Interesting.
It's one of the top all time
home run.
It has to be one of the top home run hitters.
One
It has
of
to
them,
be.
One of them's on your favorite team of all time. You two. One of them's Brave. He's number 9. More recent guy.
Freeman. I mean Chipper.
Yep. 468 home runs. He's 9th.
Wow.
All right, god dang it. Who's number 1? Who at the top?
Who at
the top only played for one team?
It wouldn't. I mean,
Bonds didn't.
A-Rod
McGuire
didn't. Palmeiro didn't.
Sammy Sosa didn't.
Jim Tomey didn't.
So this guy is sitting at 548 home runs. So you can take
Pujols didn't.
So if you go below the 600 mark, you might get there.
Who was a home run hitter that played his whole career somewhere?
Once you hear there's one name I know you guys won't get, but some of the others.
I don't care about the others. I just want to know who the number 1 is, and it's making me mad. I can't figure out who it is.
His team is in the NL East.
Ryan Howard?
No. You're close, though. You got the team right. Really good in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, P. Smith.
right?
Mike Schmidt.
Yep,
Mike Schmidt.
548 home runs. He's number 1.
Man, I
Mickey
didn't know he was
Mantle's
that big of
number
a third
2.
baseman.
Ted Williams is number 3. Ernie Banks is number 4, 512. Mel Lott, 511. Lou Gehrig, 493. Stan Musial, 475. Willie Stargell, 475 as well. Chipper, 468. And Carl Yastrzemski is at 452. Now, this one is a crazy stat, and the numbers on it are ridiculous. Okay. Top 10 guys who got a leadoff bunt for an infield single on the first pitch. There's a top 10 list.
Ricky Henderson.
He is not on the list, actually.
Brett Butler.
Number 1. 100. He had 188 bunt singles on the first pitch. With
Surely
the
Kenny
leadoff
Lofton's
man.
on that list.
Kenny Lofton is on the list.
Lenny Dykstra.
Kenny is 123. He's actually 5th at 123. Brett Butler's at 188. There's a couple former Braves on this
Otis
list.
Nixon.
Number 2, 145.
Raphael Belliard.
Yeah, he didn't bat leadoff, though.
No, he didn't bat leadoff.
No, I mean leading off an inning.
Oh,
leading off an inning.
That could have been.
That could have been Raphael.
Led off the inning and got an infield single on the bunt with the first
Lemke laid down a bunch.
Yep.
Wasn't Lemke?
There's another Brave on this list. You got his first name right.
I did or he did?
Somebody said Raphael. Whoever said that got the first name.
For call?
For
Yeah.
call. Yes, for call.
80 times. You know who else is tied with him at 10th with 80? Mickey Mantle did it 80 times in his career.
Mick was sly now.
Vince Coleman is at number 8, 89 times. Matty Alou with 90. Rod Carew, 91 times. Kenny Lofton, 123. Murray Willis with 124. And here's a name I never thought I'd see on a list like this. Juan Pierre is 3rd all time with 144 bunt singles on the first pitch to lead off an inning. But wow, I can't believe you got Brett Butler right off the get-go. It's pretty impressive.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I just
He's
remember.
smarter than he looks.
I know.
I don't know about all that.
We did see his doppelganger. Who was it? Tullahoma that had his doppelganger?
Looked just like me out there playing Breeze. If
Body-
he had a beard, it may look like me right now. But he's about 100 pounds lighter. All right, I got my
So you may have
He'll get there.
So you think did you mess around with some girl about 18 years ago over in Tullahoma? We need to talk about.
I don't reckon.
Knowing you two, who knows back in the day?
I got my questions. I found it. So Cooper Flagg just won Freshman Player of the Year in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 other people that have done that as well.
Melo.
In men's
Yeah, I was going to say
basketball.
Melo.
Who are they?
Melo.
Nope.
No?
Derrick Rose.
Nope.
Holy God.
And these guys are playing right now in the NBA.
Durant.
Anthony
Durant.
Davis.
Yep. There's one more.
Who was yours?
Davis. Anthony Davis.
Davis, Durant. And
Yep.
there's one more.
Not Steph.
Was it Paulo Banchero?
Bronny James.
Maybe he was almost voted in. He was averaging 4.7. If he'd have been at 4.9, I think he could have got it.
Rich Paul was trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it,
Kwame Brown.
Oh, man. They're playing right now.
Okay.
yeah, well, he's on the team
Freshman.
right now. Anyways.
On the team.
Is it
Okay.
Ben Simmons?
Markel Fultz.
No, he wasn't that good.
You got to guess. Zion Williamson.
We always forget about him now.
Well, hell, he don't ever play.
That's what I said he's on the team. He just don't play.
Yeah.
But yeah, him and Anthony, him and those street clothes, both of them come from Duke.
Look like Chuck and Shaq had a baby.
Is that out of the words of Barkley?
Yeah.
It's like me.
He said, damn, Shaq, looks like me and you had a baby.
And he broke Shaq. Shaq laughed for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
on that.
Shaq did. He tried.
He said, what'd you say, Chuck?
It's like me and you had a baby.
Listen, and when Shaq gets tore up, you can't hardly understand him, anyways.
Yeah.
Man,
But once you hear him go,
It's over.
You know Chuck broke him.
And he puts the papers over his face like this right here.
Takes his glasses
Have y'all-
off.
Did y'all see him when he tried that hot chip?
Oh, yeah. But you don't make a face.
I'm just thirsty.
That was a cough. That was a cough.
Oh, they're good.
I hope that if they go, they try to take that same show to ESPN. ESPN gets out of their way because that's where it's going next year.
If they get out of McAfee's way, they should get out of their way.
Yeah, they've got to just let Ernie run it.
Yeah,
Just
and don't let Stephen A. on that. Sorry, don't let Stephen A. on that show.
You're not a regular guest.
Yeah,
they need to keep it just like it is.
Unless they let Shaq and Chuck roast them the whole time.
Yeah. Oh no, that would be good because Shaq can do it. What's up with Chuck?
Chuck.
He's funny.
I think I just gave him a good idea.
I think you did
too.
Just put him right in the middle. Let Shaq on one side of him and Chuck on the
He
other.
wouldn't get to say nothing. He's going to start screaming. I punch you in the nose the next time.
He is soft.
Yes.
Well, let's go. We're 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, guys. Kind of hard to believe, but the build is starting to get pretty hot. Cena and Cody had some pretty good promos the last time they got face to face. Something's happening every week between Punk, Roman, and Seth Rollins.
Did y'all see Punk put Seth Rollins' jacket on the other night?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was classic.
And then on top of that, we might actually get a real fight between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
They may throw hands.
That was a shoot.
That was
a shot.
0-3 outside the ring. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and they cut that out.
Yeah.
They
like you go back to watch it now, you don't get to hear
No,
that.
WWE on USA still has that clip.
No.
Still has that clip up on YouTube.
I was watching Jimmy Fallon show and Triple H was on there, and we'd all kind of been wondering, how do you not have one of the belts as one of your main events? But he said Cena and Cody are headlining night 2.
So
I'd say
Jay and Gunther, would that be night 2 as well?
I don't know. I don't think they put out when, but he said they're Sunday.
Right.
That's Sunday, so that has to tell you that the Triple Threat's main event Saturday.
Got to be. But I don't listen, guys. Did y'all see Jay's promo?
Yes,
he needed that one.
Yes.
Listen, that was classic.
Like when he's getting mad that everyone's yeeting and the whole thing, and he's like trying to shut them up.
And the way he can break his voice, where he's like he gets so emotional with it. But listen, when he looked at him and said, "I ain't afraid no more," I was like, "Yep, here we go."
Goosebumps.
Yep. Yeah. He's doing a really good job with it.
My whole thing though with this card, you've got Jay, that's clearly not going to be in main event night 1 or 2. You got Charlotte, who's not going to be in a main event. Did they pretty much make the Royal Rumble not mean as much by these bookings?
I was thinking that the other day.
Yeah.
I think they made the Elimination Chamber mean more than what
the
Royal Rumble.
I agree.
Well, I agree to what you're saying, but are they messing up having 2 nights of it? Because you're not getting everybody where we want them. You see what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean,
why not just do one night of just like
the big ones,
just huge matches?
Yeah.
We don't need some of these other.
Well,
matches.
honestly, there's not. I mean, I think there's only like 5 matches each night. You could put them all in one night, but then you miss all your ads and promos and segments and all this stuff that they're getting paid a lot of money
used to
for.
do that, and I think it was WrestleMania 35 that they did that.
The one in New York was like 6 hours long.
Yeah, 6 hours long.
And that's when I think. Not the next one, but the one after that went to 2 nights because of how.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
And it's so extravagant. You got to bring in so many different sets for people's interests, and I get it. But again, even if it was one night, they're not going to be the main event.
Yeah.
No.
Because you're not going to put that over Cody and Cena.
Yeah.
You're not going to put that over the Triple Threat either.
Yeah. And you still got women's title matches. You still got women's tag team title matches.
The mid card.
You got mid card Intercontinental U.S. title. I don't know when.
Because when I was watching, I loved that. I loved him saying, "I'm not scared of you." I thought it was a great promo. But I did say to myself, the WWE wanted to pay Jey Uso for how hot he is and how great he's done by letting him win the Rumble. But that's pretty much it. Hey, there's your WrestleMania moment, but you don't get to headline. It's like next year when you watch it, you'd be like, well, doesn't really matter who wins this. That don't mean they're going to go fight.
Well, I mean,
Cena or Cody.
What if they
or
don't?
Whoever.
What if the triple threat match opens?
Well, they've already said it's main event.
Yeah.
They've already signed that contract.
They're closing the show.
That
Yeah.
was part of the contract. What do you guys make of Punk's favor being Heyman's in his corner for that match?
I thought it could have been something better.
I did too.
I did too. The best one for me now is Seth looked at him and said, "Now you owe me a favor."
Yeah.
I think you called it. We may get to see Heyman team up with Punk, with Seth, and Seth may come out of that thing winning it because nobody's expecting him to.
See, that's what I was thinking to say. It's a dark horse for me, but I think that would be a great story.
Yeah.
Is for Seth to win it.
Well, I'm starting to have these thoughts, and I'm about to pull a Dusty here, guys. Randy Orton doesn't have an opponent now because of Kevin Owens. Is this when Brock comes back? Because the rumor I am hearing is that a WWE veteran is going to be taking Kevin Owens' place. Could it be one of those Randy Orton standing in the ring, and then the music hits?
I don't see Brock filling that spot. I see Brock coming back in a storyline, against Cody, against Cena.
Yeah.
That
I don't see
or
Brock
putting somebody over like.
What if he shows up at the triple threat?
I still want to see the Heyman stable. I want to see Roman, Punk, and Brock,
and just
dominate. Oh my gosh! But hey, if somebody will give us a contract, we'll be a heck of a rider for them.
We'll start tomorrow.
But
WWE.
To answer your question, I don't see Brock filling that in unless they say, "All right, Brock, you got to come back and earn your way back up."
Right.
Which Randy Orton is not a work your way up match. I mean, it should be a big match, and they've had some
I just
big
don't know
matches.
who you
But
put in that spot for Randy because your options.
well,
are pretty
listen,
limited.
he's older than water, and I don't care what anybody says. Don't be surprised you don't hear that gong ring.
Yeah,
and the Undertaker walk out.
Man, he just turned 60.
Yeah, it doesn't
he
matter.
Can't even walk.
Don't matter.
I just assume Rourke be standing in the ring if we're going to do that and let the glass just shatter and come in there and take a stunner.
Yeah, that won't happen. You can't just bury him. You have to do it with somebody that can still go, I think. I don't know.
Options are very limited.
They are. I mean,
you're 2 weeks away, too.
Yeah. And listen, he may pull somebody from AEW that we don't even know that.
What if it's Mox?
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God!
Someone's bleeding. He's going to come out with that
bad
nail stuck to his back.
I think he's went so far out there. I don't think there's no way he's coming back.
He when he dies, which is probably going to be soon. I hate to say that because some of the stuff that they're doing lately,
dude, it's dangerous.
Someone's going.
We know WWE is dangerous, but them guys, I feel like take care of each other a lot better than they do in AEW.
When they fight, I hope he gives his brain the science because he might set the record for the most CTE in one brain.
Yeah.
Just some of it.
If you want to hear described best, just go listen to Cornette rant on AEW.
Yeah. Which I can't wait for the latest pay per view because his the one tag team he hates the most, the Young Bucks. I can't.
Is that the guys that just turned on Edge?
No, it's FTR. It's FTR. They used to be in WWE too, but he hates the Young Bucks, and this goes back a decade, probably, or how much every time he calls Kenny Omega Twinkle Toes, it always cracks me. I can't finish the rest of what he says, what he calls him Twinkle Toes. But wouldn't that be something to someone just random? Or it might be Joe Hendry. His music hits. Everyone does the whole thing.
I'll tell you who I'd love, and it would be great if he would, because I don't know if he's even done any kind of training. But what if Batista with that?
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody that he's had a past feud with.
We can talk. I don't know.
Shoot, just go triple threat with Drew and
Priest.
Damien
I literally got to
point.
thinking about that today. I'm thinking, okay, Randy and Drew have kind of had beef the last few weeks on Friday Night SmackDown. Why don't you just throw him in there where it's just Priest and Randy kind of teaming up like it was where Owens and Randy against Logan Paul, where they're just beating the crap out of Drew. All of a sudden, one of them tries to take the pin and here we go. And it's just, that's probably the best.
We're probably overthinking. It's probably gonna be Sami Zayn. I mean, it's probably who it's going to be.
Yeah, it could be.
I was just trying to take one less match off the card.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Trying to take one match off the card. But, we still got another week or so from Saturday of build. Can't wait to see what
We
else
should
they're
know
gonna
more
do.
by next Wednesday to be
Yeah.
able to really start putting it down.
To put it all kind of
Because
together.
they just announced the Intercontinental Fatal 4-Way, and I think their U.S. one's going to be. Is it already announced?
Fatu and LA Knight.
Yeah, Fatu and LA Knight. So that's
Which more
gonna be a
than
good one.
likely Fatu's taking that belt.
Oh,
and
I'm pulling for him all the way.
Then LA Knight will go for the Intercontinental or maybe go up to the heavyweight. Who
Because
knows?
he's all gas and no brakes.
I think he's your next big heel
Yeah.
champion.
I think you're right.
My son calls him the dark horse because Michael Cole called him the dark horse on the Royal Rumble because we watch it every time he sees him. Dark horse, dark horse. Yep, that's who it is, buddy.
Yep.
I tried to tell him his real name and he just calls him dark horse the whole time.
It
Just
works.
the thing is with him being a heel is I don't know if he can be a heel. I mean, he can obviously do it.
The
for
fans
person.
love him.
Yeah, but the fans love him exactly. Like,
Well, I think he's the one that you put your saddle on him, and he's the one that is the new bloodline leader. Mm-hmm. And I think
It's
you can
already going
start
in that
that
direction.
story with him now, and you can put it Roman Reigns against him. You could put it a whole lot of different ways. I would personally like to see The Rock picking him over Roman and starting a storyline
Yes,
that way.
that would be
Because at
awesome.
some point we need to get Roman and Rock.
We're getting it. I think we're getting it. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, I think the next feud for Roman is after this. I think it's going to be, my personal opinion is whether Paul goes with Seth or if he's with somebody else. I think that eventually down the line it'll be SummerSlam and Punk, or not Roman and Punk at SummerSlam.
Could you imagine
They'll do like a three
Best of
pay-per-view
three.
thing.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
Best of three type of thing. Yeah.
Could you imagine the beatdown though if Lesnar showed up to help Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, and then CM Punk's kind of sitting over in the corner, and they just all of them just start working Roman over? Who comes out?
You talking about the bloodline?
Yeah, which one? Who's going to come save him?
I don't think any of them.
You think?
Jimmy's out.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm thinking. Like they could jump.
Well, listen, I mean,
what if Fatu come out to help him?
Y'all have watched SmackDown and Raw the last couple of times that Roman's been on him. He's clearly trying to be a heel.
Right.
I mean,
he's trying.
I mean, you know, it's funny. The first of his career, he tried to be the good guy. Everybody hated him. Now he's trying to be the heel. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
So I don't.
We can't make up our minds.
Yeah, we don't know which way we want to go.
It's just like Stone Cold was trying to be a heel, and everyone treated him like a baby face, so he just kept doing what he was doing.
Yep.
Whatever worked, right? Well, a couple more weeks here. Less, but basically a week and a half. And
Yeah, 19th is not one.
Yeah, let's go to final part of the show. Got some things to get off our chest. Anyone got any rants here?
I do. Did you say you do?
No, I ain't got one. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I'm saving mine.
My only thing is I do want to give a shout out to Ben and the weather crew because they have had they've worked overtime here these last couple of weeks. But my rant is to all you idiots that for some reason think it's okay to get on the comment section and talk about your fishing gear and then putting down that these weathermen get it wrong or what. Listen, the only thing that needs to be in that comment section is if you see hail or a tornado in your backyard.
Yeah.
Other than that, shut up. Just stop typing. I mean, I screenshotted them, circled them, and put it on for people to see who they were and stuff. I mean, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you got people literally looking at it to hoping that somebody lives in Deerfield, hoping they don't say, "Ooh, this thing's in Piney." That's the only thing they want to read.
Yes.
They don't want to read. These guys are clowns, or hey, Bubba, hey, we're having a high school reunion. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Or the people that keep going, they don't do Murfreesboro. They only do this region. Like, how many times do you need to watch
No,
this
listen,
and figure
listen.
that
Is this
out?
going to hit Knoxville?
I got the worst ones were. Well, why are we showing Mississippi and Alabama? Why are we? I thought this was Tennessee Valley weather. Well, you idiots, that is the Tennessee Valley. That's where it's coming from. Do you not realize this stuff coming here is fixing to hit us?
Yeah, that one that was done in Corinth that come across the line there, them people down in Florence, that's just not that far from us.
Well, look, here's the other thing you need to remember. If you're watching the weather people in a emergency situation, if they're not talking about you, that's a good thing.
Yeah. You don't want them talking about you when there's tornado warnings.
Right. So anyways.
What, is this getting to Murfreesboro? Eventually. Not right now. You got a head start.
We'll talk about you in about 3 hours.
Yeah. You got a head start on everybody else.
So again, to Ben, to Fred, to Taylor, who's just joined and stuff.
Ashley.
All of them.
I give them props last week, man.
You guys have the only job where we hope you're wrong half the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we appreciate you.
Absolutely. That's very good rant.
Maybe if I suck up to Ben, he'll start paying us a little bit too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've tried. It ain't worked on mine. So
never mind. They're terrible.
Every time we get an update on our Facebook group, Dusty goes, "Well, does that work for the people who don't get paid too?"
Somehow I got in the group where they talk about, hey, we changed our pay about people. We changed banks or something. I'm like, well, did we get anything for the bit on the free side? Did we change for that one too? And I don't ever get an answer.
That thing, not only you're not getting paid, you can't even get a shout out back.
No, I can't even get him to say nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
My loan rant's going to be kind of simple and kind of vague, but it's one thing
That's
I've
how it always starts out, ain't it?
No. It really is.
Yeah, better scoot over. He's got his hands in his pocket now. Here we go, folks.
No, it's what I've learned a lot this year, and I've learned a lot about people. And the one thing I've learned, and again, this is really general, really vague, not really meant for one person, one set of group of people. It's just in general. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. And we've had some people all throughout the year, people recently, when they tell you who they are, you need to believe it. And more than likely, they've been that way since day one, and they haven't worked on it, and haven't had to work on it, or around the wrong group of people that tell them that they don't need to work on it. But when they believe someone acts a certain way and they continuously do that, that's who they are. So when they tell you who they are, you need to believe it. And that's my rant, and I'm just going to keep it simple like that.
I thought he was going to talk about emails or something there for a minute.
No. I got suspended at a couple stations for doing that, so I vowed to never do that anymore. So that will do it here for Exports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen. For Aiden Burks, Dusty Kaiser, Clint Brazier, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll be more professional next week, folks.
Yeah.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.